Hello, everybody, and welcome back to another episode of Esoteric Agenda. I'm Roger Hanson, your host, here with me with my co host, Mark Edworthy, and our panel as well with Auto X, V, and my brother, Robert Hanson. Um, Tonight we are going to do something pretty cool. I usually don't get into the hip and cool stuff when it comes to esoteric stuff. I stick with the traditional stuff. Like if I was to do my actual topics, I would have gone from where we've been so far into talking about the the Fibonacci. I always have a hard time saying that. But tonight I wanted to get into a more popular one because I was going to bring it up earlier when Mr. Robot was coming in, and uh, I was going to talk about the Emerald Tablets, and then we've been postponing it for a lot of episodes because we were covering some more interesting topics that were related to some of the stuff we had discussed before. But finally, we did make it to the Emerald Tablets. Um, is that Tan coming in finally, or somebody come in and out?
Yeah, you're getting some weird sort of
Feedback.
feedback from your mic, I think.
Is it from my mic?
I think so.
Okay, Robert, mute out real quick.
No, he is. He
Okay.
is.
Okay.
Um,
So, with that being said, I guess we can get into the Emerald Tablets. Now, let me make a distinction too, because we have two different kinds of Emerald Tablets that we're talking about. Now, there's one that's called the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, the Atlantean, and that one was done by Morris Doriel, which we can talk about if you guys want to. Okay. But we're also going to talk about the actual Emerald Tablets of Hermes, which is the one that predates that one, which is back in the Middle Ages. Now, the one with the taught that the Atlantean was by like Morris Durrell, who claimed during 1925 visit to the Great Pyramids of Giza that he discovered like a set of ancient emerald tablets that belonged to an the Egyptian deity Thoth or Thoth, however you pronounce it. I know a lot of people do it in a lot of different ways. I usually say Thoth or Toth or Thoth, whichever way you want to say it. But he claimed that uh, Thoth was the king of Atlantis, basically. And then he also made the claim that he had translated the text, which he published as the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, the Atlantean. Now, like I said, I'm not wanting you to confuse that with the medieval Hermetic text called the Emerald Tablets, which is what I'm getting into now. I can give you basic history of the tablets so you guys can know exactly what I'm talking about. Now, the history of the tablets, which is largely summarized from Needham 1980 and Halmyard in 1957, is probably the first um, tablet when the first publications for the modern text came out. Now, the tablet most likely first appeared in the West in editions of the pseudo Aristotelian Secretum Secretorum, which was actually a translation of the Kadib Sur al-Asar. It's a book of advice to kings, which was translated into Latin by Johannes Hespelacesus in circa 1140 and by Philip of Tripoli circa 1243. Now, other translations of the tablet may have been made during the same period by Plato of Tivoli and Hugh of Sintala, perhaps from different sources. Now, I've covered a little bit about the Katib Sur al Asar, which was a book that was basically written up as advice for people who were kings and nobles, how they should behave around their subjects. And that's actually a pretty good subject that I think we've already discussed. Um, it was printed up in as a different name than that, but that's basically what it was actually about. And this is kind of like a continuum of that. Now, the date of the Katib Sur al Asar is uncertain, though circa 800 has been suggested, and it's not clear when the tablet became part of this work. Now, Homyard was the first to find another early Arabic version, which was called Ruska, and that was found in the 12th century, recension claiming to have been dictated by Sergius of Nablus in the Kitab Estaquas al-Us al-Thani, the second book of the Elements of Foundation. And that is attributed to Jabir. Now, shortly after, Ruska found another version appended to the Kitab Sur al-Kalika Wasanat al-Tabi, which is the Book of Secret, the Book of the Secret of Creation and the Art of Nature. I apologize for messing the Arabic wording up, but I wanted to put that out there because it's important. If you're really into this stuff, there's a lot of copies of these books that are written in English versions, which aren't the originals. So if you don't know the names of them, you'll most likely get something that's been basically rewritten. It's not accurate. So if you guys need the names like pasted, I could put it in the chat for you later on if you want to check them out. But the English versions is the Book of the Secret of Creation and the Art of Nature. That's the second one, and the first one is the second book of the Elements of Foundation. And the Book of the Secrets of Creation and the Art of Nature is also known as the Katib Baliyus al-Hakim fil Ilam, the Book of Belinus, the Wise, on the Causes. Now, it has been proposed that this book was written. This book was written and may have been written as early as 650 and was definitely finished by the Caliphate of Al-Mamun between 813 to 833. Scholars have seen similarities between this book and the Syriac Book of Treasures written by Job of Edessa in the 9th century. And more interesting, the Greek writings of the Bishop Nemesius of Emesis in Syria from the mid 4th century. However, though this... Hold up. Okay, you there, Otto?
Yeah, sorry, I just came inside.
Oh, okay. It was making weird noises.
That was closing the door. Sorry.
So the more the Greek writings of the bishop Nemesis of Ephesus and in Syria from the mid 4th century. However, though this suggests a possible Syriac source, none of these writings contain the tablet. Now, Belinus is
Well, I was
usually,
going to say the original tablets were considered untranscribable.
yeah, exactly. Now, Belinus, I believe, is usually identified with Apollonius of Tyna, but there's little evidence to connect him with the Katib, Balabius. And even if there was, the story implies that Belinus found the tablets rather than wrote it. Now, the thing about it is they don't really know who the author is to this book. They have their ideas on it, but they really don't know who wrote it even. Like they know that the like you said, V, they don't know well, the original text too. I believe the original text to this is gone too, isn't it?
I don't know if they wrote. You mean the original tablet?
Yeah, the original tablet and everything. It's gone, isn't it?
I don't think. Yeah, I don't think it is not extant as far as I know. Nobody is. It'd be great to find a copy of that though in a tomb or something.
Well, the original tablet itself was supposedly translated in the Middle Ages.
Right?
So, like, I don't think they actually have found any emerald tablet that actually.
No, no, I don't think so. I was looking at the translation on Wikipedia, and it really reminds me of Taoism. I wonder if there was some influence.
Well, the Nag Hammadi is where a lot of this comes. See, and this is the weird part, like with the Nag Hammadi. All right, now they say
Oh
that
yes, the Nag Hammadi library. Yes, love it.
okay. That's really what sticks out to me more than anything else. Like I can connect it to what you're saying too there, but if you really take a look at the Nag Hammadi, all right. Now they're trying to say that a lot of that text was lost during that time period, and it was just rediscovered within the last 200-300 years with archaeology. But you can
Thanks
clear.
to the Catholic Church and the Crusades.
Well, I mean, to be honest with you, I don't think they were really lost because you can see them. They may have been altered, may have been watered down, but you can still see the writings historically in the Middle Ages too. It's just they've been changed. You know what I mean? Like for me, when I go through this stuff, I'm seeing the Nag Hammadi big time. I don't know. That's just me though.
Well, I'm glad we found the original text, and you know that was recently discovered. That's great. I'm glad the Inquisition and the Crusades didn't destroy everything.
Under the Pope's the place, he has some libraries under there full of rare manuscripts and all that no one's ever seen. So it could be something down there as well too.
And well, you can't leave China out either. Okay,
Well,
this is
yeah.
this is kind of the stuff that Otto was talking about right there too, like with China. Like you can't leave it out because it's definitely there. And then like, but what I'm getting at, like with a lot of the stuff that comes